when you stop making gains. It's No Shave November, so as y'all can tell, I'm sporting some beard action here. There's videos that go around on YouTube on different fitness channels, and you've seen them before. They'll usually be titled, when you no longer are making any more gains, or what to do if you stop making gains. So I wanted to speak to this issue to kind of approach it from a different angle. Not to necessarily criticize videos that put up suggestions, because they have their points in their place. But what I do think, in my opinion, is that a lot of these videos are marketed, or kind of, the audience that watches these videos or seeks them out are either young people that are still learning how to train, still kind of new into their workout programs and so on, or the novice, not necessarily someone who's really experienced at working out, or an older person. You may have some older people that just began working out later in life, and they want to, they want gains or get results in quickly. They want to see it happen fast. So, they might, people might hit a plateau, or they're just not getting the result they want. So they, kind of look at these videos for advice. Now, here's my take on it. The reality is, for every human being, you have an upper limit of what your potential can be, as far as how strong you can get, your body composition, that's how big, how muscular you can get, and that's taken into consideration the potential of your genetics, the expression of your physical expression that your body's capable of, bone structure, having your diet, nutrition on point, your workout program. You can have it tweaked just right for you, and you can have everything just right, and you will eventually reach that upper limit. You'll plateau. You'll get as strong as you're gonna get, whether it's, if you're a powerlifter doing deadlifts, or a bodybuilder who likes doing deadlifts, your squat, your bench press, and so on. You'll reach your upper limit of how physically big you can be, and while hopefully maintaining health at the same time. And there's also drug considerations. People who take performance enhancing drugs such as androgenic anabolic steroids and other anabolic agents. Yes, with the addition of drugs, yeah, you can make gains beyond what you would have naturally. Either way, whatever combination of variables are in play, you're going to eventually reach a point. You're going to get as big as you're capable of and as strong as you can. So at that point, I don't care if you're using periodization, which is systematic variation of exercise selection to help you, keep your muscles stimulated. It's called muscle confusion in other forums, but you get the idea. You can do all these things, and eventually you're just going to be as good as you're going to get. So then what? Then what should be the goal? And this, is maybe speaking to some older people. I'm 46 years old, and I've gotten as strong as I've gotten pretty strong throughout my life, as far as squats, deadlifting, my bench press, and I've seen my strength go up and down. I've seen it return back to close to what it was when I was younger, when I start focusing my workouts towards strength. If that becomes my goal. From a body composition standpoint, I can still achieve pretty good outcomes. Am I the same as far as, when I was in my 20s, in terms of the advantages I had then, as far as my natural hormone balance I had as a 25-year-old man, and so on? You have less mileage when you're younger on the body. So yes, there are differences you need to take into consideration as you age and get older, in terms of what your expectation can be. My expectation is to remain as physically as strong, healthy, and fit, as close to what my peak is, for as long as possible. So as I become closer to 50 years old, in about 3.5 years I'll be 50, my goal is going to be to, yes, be strong, to have energy, to be fit, to still be fast, to move quickly if I want to. Those are my goals. So the way I approach my fitness, my program, is not necessarily when I stop making gains, because for me it's not about I'm stopping to make gains. No, it's just the reality that fitness is a developmental process throughout your life. So for me, it's more about, where am I at as compared to where I have been. I know how strong I've been. I've deadlifted more than 3.5 times my body weight. Same thing with the squat. I've bench pressed 100 pounds over my body weight. So I know, more or less what I'm capable of in my life, as far as where I've been. I know how fast I used to run a 40-yard dash. So I know performance-wise, the things physically I did when I was younger than I am now. Can I do exactly the same? No, that's just being honest. You know, I don't train exactly the same anymore. Take, for instance, sprints. I don't do that like I did when I was younger. I'm still capable of running pretty fast, and I'm still quick. I still got a good broad jump and vertical jump and those types of things. So as far as me, whether I'm looking at different levels of physical performance or weightlifting, as a 46-year-old man, 46 and a half, you know, the way I look at it is, it's not about whether when I'm not making gains anymore. You know, the reality is, if we never stopped making gains, everybody would eventually become Superman, right? You just keep, you know, mixing up your workout routine, using periodization. You would, you know, if you needed to adjust your nutrition, supplements and so on, you just keep mixing things up, keep watching the next video of what to do when you stop making gains, and before you know it, everybody would be a world-class power lifter. You know, they would have over 2,000 pound totals on their you know, squat, deadlift, bench press. All that would you just keep going up and up and up and up. But that doesn't happen because there is limitations to the, you know, human physiology, a lot of things in play as far as, you know, the developmental process of aging, getting older, the cumulative miles you put on your body over a lifetime, and those types of things you need to take in consideration. So if you're not making gains anymore, ask yourself these questions. Are you new to working out? Are you a younger person who just started and maybe you just don't have a lot of knowledge if you're working out correctly? Then yes, you know, that, you know, there are good videos out there that can tell you what to do to help you progress as far as you starting to, you know, develop and progress towards what your potential is. That's totally appropriate. And for you younger guys, older guys, maybe you're new to the gym, maybe you decided to start working out in your 40s. The same thing, you know, it may be just a lack of knowledge. You know, may not be doing split routines correctly. You might be overtraining. Your nutrition may not be what it needs to be to support your workouts and so on. So yeah, for you type of individuals, you definitely can have limits or constraints on what your potential is, your gains, because of lack of information. When you get the information you need, however, there's so many things you can do for workout routines. A lot of educational videos out there. So you pick the ones that work for you. You'll find what nutrition works for you to support your goals. Once you have all those things in place, then yeah, get after it, work your ass off, you know, put the work in. You can reach your upper potential of what you are capable of becoming in terms of your fitness goals. So just a friendly video. It's not to criticize other channels or anything like that. It's just more about asking the right questions, what perspective you're coming from. I know for me, I started lifting weights right before I turned 13. So it's what, 33, almost 34 years of working out. So when I look at my past as far as where I kind of, you know, progressed to learning what I needed to learn, I pretty much, you know, I continue to learn throughout my life as far as my workouts, you know, into my 30s and so on. But you eventually, you know, like where I'm at now, I've pretty much, you know, read every workout routine there is. I've tried pretty much most of them out there, the ones that were relative to my goals. I've incorporated those and I've experimented. I know what's going to work for me. So for me, based on my knowledge of what I've done, it's more about, okay, what is my goal? What do I want to do? If I want to enter a bodybuilding contest and get my body composition leaner, lower my body fat, well, I know what to do for that. I'm going to adjust my diet and my workouts accordingly to support that goal. If I want to do a powerlifting meet, different goal. I know what to do for that too. My strength training is going to be focused on becoming stronger. My nutrition is going to be adjusted accordingly. So the question could be about, if you're not making gains, may be more about, what is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Where are you at in your fitness program? Are you a novice, intermediate, advanced, and so on? So just something to think about. Don't be frustrated if you've done all you can and you've been working out for years. You know, the reality is you're going to get as strong as you can get. Don't think you're a failure if you're not as strong as the next guy in the gym who's putting up you know, incredible amounts of weights. I see it, and sometimes you just got to put your ego aside. Be safe, be smart. Your workouts are relative to you. Intensity in your workout is relative to you and what's within your abilities. So don't think you have to deadlift 700 pounds just because there's a few guys in the gym that are doing it who happen to also almost weigh, 300 pounds. So, if you're not built for that, doesn't mean you can't do those exercises, but do them smart, be safe about it. Don't end up injuring yourself by putting expectations on you for what you think you're supposed to do based on what you see out there in the fitness community. Remember, different goals for different people based on a lot of different variables. So just be yourself, and most of all, be healthy, be fit, enjoy your life. I'm glad I don't have any injuries. My joints are fine. I'm in good health because I got smarter about my training as I got older. I can still put up a good amount of weight for my size, and that's great, but it's not necessarily my main focus because I don't have the ego getting in the way that's going to create problems for me or injuries, because I think that I have to be like the guy next to me in the gym who's has on a different agenda, a different situation than myself. So just my 2 cents. I hope you if you have your opinions, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I make videos from time to time, and this is something I do because I just enjoy doing it. So if you have any suggestions for a video topic you want me to make, just leave them down below in the comments. I have a background both in fitness and also mental health, and a varied background as far as professionally. So my videos topics may vary from time to time, but that's why my channel, I decided it's more of a variety channel. So until I talk to you again, be healthy, be fit, and be smart about your workouts. And most of all, remember, this is for the long haul of your life, for your younger guys. You got to live in your body for all the time you're here until it's time to go on. So you want quality of life when you get older. So that's something to think about. Base your workouts for what's important to you, but think about the consequences of the long term. You don't want to be a 40-something-year-old guy, 50-something-year-old guy who's has a lot of disabilities because you're just put expectations on yourself that were not necessarily based on the right reasons. Be smart, be healthy, and be safe. Until I talk to you again.